Welcome. Take a deep breath. You've arrived here for a reason. Today, for the next 3 hours, we're going to take a journey together, one that blends the deepest psychological truths about how your mind works, with powerful affirmations that rewire your reality. Right now, you may not realize it, but your subconscious mind is listening carefully. Every word, every phrase is planting a seed. And here's the first truth. Your brain doesn't care if a thought is positive or negative. It only cares how often you repeat it. That means your life is the reflection of what you've rehearsed in your mind. If you've rehearsed doubt, fear, and self-criticism, then that is what grows. But starting now, for the next 3 hours, we will rehearse power, peace, and possibility. So as you sit or lie down, or simply let this play in the background, let these words sink in. You don't need to force anything. Just listen. Just receive. Here's your first affirmation. I choose thoughts that strengthen me. I repeat only what serves me. I am rewiring my mind for success and inner peace. Say it softly if you can, or say it silently in your heart. Good. We're just beginning. Let's talk about a truth that psychology has proven again and again. Your self-talk is a mirror of your future. Think about it. If a stranger spoke to you the way you sometimes speak to yourself, with criticism, with doubt, with endless comparison, would you accept it? Probably not. And yet, we tolerate that voice inside. But here's the shift. Your inner voice is not a judge. It's a habit. And, like any habit, it can be changed. So, for these next few minutes, we're going to reprogram your self-talk. Repeat after me, in your mind or aloud. I am no longer my harshest critic. I am my greatest ally. Every word I say to myself is building me up, not breaking me down. I speak to myself with love, power, and possibility. Now, breathe that in. Notice how your body feels when you say those words. Notice how even the smallest shift in language creates a ripple in your energy. Here's the truth. Your brain records what you tell it, without judgment. So let's give it something worth recording. Psychologists tell us something fascinating. What you focus on expands. Your brain has what's called the reticular activating system, a filter that decides what gets your attention. Ever noticed that when you're thinking of buying a certain car, you suddenly see it everywhere? That's not magic. That's focus. The same is true with your dreams, your goals, your peace of mind. If you focus on problems, you will see more problems. If you focus on opportunities, you will notice doors you never knew were there. So right now, let's reset your focus with affirmations. Say with me, I focus only on what empowers me. I choose to see opportunities, not obstacles. My mind is tuned to growth, abundance, and peace. Each time you repeat this, You are training your brain to notice the pathways that lead to success. You are sharpening your awareness, pointing it in the direction of possibility. Here's a powerful truth from psychology. Emotions are not facts. They are signals. Fear doesn't mean you're in danger. Sadness doesn't mean you're broken. Anxiety doesn't mean you're failing. These emotions are messages, like alerts on your phone. They are there to tell you something, but they are not who you are. The problem is, most people live as if their emotions are their identity. But you are not your fear. You are not your worry. You are the one who notices these emotions, and that means you have power over them. So let's affirm this truth. I am not my emotions. I am the awareness behind them. I welcome emotions, but I do not become them. I am steady, calm, and unshakable. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of a storm, but untouched by the wind or the rain. That is who you are. The storm passes, you remain. Another truth. Your beliefs are not facts. They are decisions. Some of the things you believe about yourself were never chosen by you. They were programmed by parents, teachers, culture, or painful experiences. But you do not have to keep carrying them. Your brain has what psychologists call neuroplasticity. That means you can rewire it. You can choose new beliefs. And each new belief, when repeated and embodied, becomes your new reality. So say this with me. I am rewriting my story. I choose beliefs that serve me. I believe in my strength, my worth, and my purpose. Let those words land. Imagine each one as a key, unlocking a door in your mind. Doors that lead to freedom, joy, and new beginnings. One of the greatest psychological truths is this. Resilience is built, not born. No one is born unshakable. We become unshakable by facing challenges and choosing to rise again. Every time life knocks you down and you stand up, your resilience muscles grow. And here's the secret. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about knowing you cannot be kept down. So let's affirm together, I rise every time I fall. My challenges are building my strength. I am unbreakable, unstoppable, and resilient. Breathe that in. Let it flow through you. Let it remind you that every difficulty you've survived up to this moment is proof. You are stronger than you think, and wiser than you know. This is only the beginning, and with each block of time, your mind is being rewired for resilience, focus, belief, and peace. The mind is not a straight road. It is a labyrinth. Imagine, for a moment, you are standing at the entrance of a vast labyrinth. Its walls are high, its corridors endless, and its silence heavy. ... This is your mind, not just the conscious thoughts you notice every day, but the deeper corridors, where shadows and forgotten memories linger. In this place, every turn represents a thought, every hidden chamber a belief. Some are bright, filled with hope and wonder, others darker, echoing with doubt and fear. And yet, both are you, both are part of the whole. Psychological truth. The human mind clings to patterns. It will walk the same corridors over and over again, unless you choose to step into a new path. This is why your days may feel repetitive. Why change feels heavy? Because the labyrinth resists it. Affirmation. Today I walk into new corridors of my mind. I release old loops, and I invite fresh paths. Breathe with me in hold, out again and again. Each breath is a key. Each breath is a step deeper into the labyrinth, but also a step closer to yourself. In the labyrinth, you will find mirrors, not of glass, but of memory. As you walk, you encounter a mirror. You lean closer, and it does not show your body. It shows your fears. The moments you doubted yourself. The words you still replay in silence. The shame you still carry, like heavy stones in your pocket. You want to turn away, but pause. Look, because here lies a truth few dare to face. Psychological truth. Avoided fears do not vanish. They root themselves deeper, but faced fears dissolve. Slowly, painfully, but surely. What you fear the most is often the doorway to your greatest strength. Affirmation. I no longer run from my reflection. I face it. I learn from it. And in doing so, I am free. Speak it softly. Let your own voice echo. Whisper it if you must, but speak, because your voice has power, and the labyrinth listens. Deeper now. The air grows colder. You arrive at a chamber. Its floor is scattered with broken glass, old letters, and faded promises you once made to yourself. Promises to grow, promises to heal, promises forgotten, and you feel the weight of them. You feel the ache of the times you let yourself down. But listen carefully. Psychological truth. Self-betrayal cuts deeper than any wound from another. Each time you neglect your own needs, you teach your mind you are unworthy of your own trust. But here is the hope. Trust can be rebuilt, just as one brick upon another forms a wall. So does one kept promise. Restore the self. Affirmation. I keep my word to myself. I honor my needs. I rebuild trust with me. One choice at a time. Whisper it. Repeat it. Again. Slowly. I rebuild trust with me. This is how you rise from within. Another turn. Another truth. You walk into a long corridor. On its walls, paintings, faces of others, people you know, people you admire, people you envy, and with each face, a whisper. They are better. You are behind. You will never be enough. You feel it, the sting of comparison, the endless ladder you climb, but never reach the top. Psychological truth. Comparison is a thief that disguises itself as motivation, but it does not drive you upward. It drives you inward to emptiness, because the ladder never ends. Your life is not meant to be measured against another's. Your path is yours alone. Affirmation. I release the poison of comparison. I walk at my own pace. I rise in my own time. Say it with me. Say it with conviction. I walk at my own pace. I rise in my own time. And feel how the corridor shifts. The whispers grow faint. The faces dissolve, and you remain. Not every part of the labyrinth is shadow. Ahead, a door opens. You step into a hidden garden, quiet, overgrown, but alive. Flowers bloom where you least expect them. The air is softer here, the heaviness lighter. This is the place of stillness, a reminder that even in chaos there are moments of rest. Psychological truth. The mind does not heal in noise. It heals in silence, in pause, in the spaces between action. That is why stillness feels uncomfortable at first, because your mind is addicted to motion. But here, in this garden, you remember, rest is not wasted. Rest is rebuilding. Affirmation. I allow myself stillness. I honor rest as part of growth. Repeat it slowly, with the rhythm of your breath. I honor rest as part of growth. Sit in this truth. Let it settle deep. And finally, for now, you find a door. It stands tall, ancient, carved with symbols you do not yet understand. Behind it is more of the labyrinth, more paths, more truths. But for today, this is where you pause before you leave. Remember this: the labyrinth is not an enemy. It is not a prison. It is a mirror of you. And each time you enter, you walk out stronger. Psychological truth. Growth is not a single leap. It is 1,000 small steps. The labyrinth honors the slow, steady walker. Affirmation. I am not behind. I am not lost. I am exactly where I am meant to be. Breathe this in. Let it anchor you. And as you turn from the door, you carry this truth back with you. The labyrinth is endless, but so are you. Until the next step, the next walk, the next chapter. Let us now turn inward and confront something many of us live with silently: self-sabotage, the quiet enemy within. It is not the storm outside, but the whisper inside that often stops us. And here is the psychological truth. The brain is wired to resist change, even when the change is good for us. That resistance often feels like procrastination, avoidance, or even self-doubt. But what it truly is fear disguised as safety. So tonight, we begin the practice of replacing that fear with a new voice, the voice of alignment, the voice of calm determination. Here is the first truth. Self-sabotage is not proof that you are weak. It is proof that your nervous system is trying to protect you from imagined danger. When you delay, when you avoid, when you give up just before progress, your mind is whispering, "Stay where it is safe." It is ancient programming, but you are not ancient anymore. You are evolving. You can thank your mind for its caution, but you can also choose to lead it somewhere new. Imagine the child afraid of stepping into water. The child clings to the sand, even though the ocean is calm. The fear feels real, but it does not reflect reality. That is self-sabotage. Now breathe with me. As I speak these words, let them enter not just your ears, but your body. Repeat quietly, or even silently within. I release the urge to hold myself back. I release the urge to hide. Again. I release the urge to hold myself back. I release the urge to hide. Now again. I trust that progress is safe. I trust that growth is safe. Once more. I trust that progress is safe. I trust that growth is safe. Stay with this rhythm. Repeat until it begins to feel like your own thought. Let the words replace the whisper of fear with the hum of courage. Stay here. Breathe deeply. Breathe in trust. Exhale hesitation. I trust that progress is safe. I trust that growth is safe. I trust that progress is safe. I trust that growth is safe. I trust that progress is safe. I trust that growth is safe. I trust that progress is safe. I trust that growth is safe. I trust that progress is safe. I trust that growth is safe. I trust that progress is safe. I trust that growth is safe. Now listen carefully. There is another truth. Self-sabotage thrives in silence. When you keep your goals locked in your mind alone, doubt multiplies. But when you speak them aloud, when you share them with even one person, accountability begins to dissolve sabotage. The brain is designed to align with consistency. What you speak, what you declare, begins to feel real. This is why affirmations are not simply nice words. They are neurological rewiring. Each time you repeat a phrase of strength, you weaken the pathway of fear. Each time you speak a possibility, you build a new bridge in the mind. Silence feeds sabotage. Words starve it.